Finally, I took the first step into GameDev, took part in my first game jam, and built a cute piggy game prototype. I made few small shitty games until now, but if you're actually among the rarest minority who played them, you would know. They're just remade learning phase games. As in, I followed few tutorials to make a small game, then simply reiterated those steps from memory with new assets to get the feel of building a game. So they are not originals. They are learning imitations to understand if I actually like making games or just the concept of it. So this was my first game jam and my first real game prototype on a game idea that I had to build up myself. Near the end of April this year, I decided to join a game jam. One of the seemingly fun jam that was about to start on Edge right around the time was OINK Jam 2. I joined it a few days before it was about to start, and it launched with the theme of Under Pressure and or Imposter. I liked both the themes, but I wasn't sure which one to include till now. Seeing those themes, the first game genre that popped in my head was stealth. Stealth. I've loved stealth mechanics in games, loved playing the Splinter Cell series, loved playing Hitman series of games in my early years. So I was glad that I can come up with a game idea that I would myself like to play while building. Time to think for a fresh stealth game idea. So for the OINK Jam, I picked up the main character, Pig. What comes to mind with Pig? That wouldn't be yucky to play, a good open pig farm. But now, I need stealth. So my character need to be a spy or a detective alike. First things first. The most important thing that'll give me the direction, character name. Let's show off that I read, or at least know of books. So, popular fictional detectives. Tintin. Now, Sherlock, Veronica Mars, Nancy Drew, Miss Marple, Ace Ventura, Poirot. Poirot. Poirot seemed the classic character I would make. Or at least Matt's Pork, but let's not anyone know that. So I came up with Poirot plus Pork for Puerco. Puerco the spy. Puerco the spy who will go undercover as imposter in different situations to finish missions. There, I included the imposter theme. Bring in emotion. My character wants to be a professional spy, but for some reason cannot. Here comes yearning to be. A reason. I need a reason. Why can't it be a spy? Well, my character is a pig. A pig, famously in famous slang for overtly hungry characters. So I thought, what if my pig can't join the professional spy agency because he suffers with chronic hunger pangs, which forces his stomach to make growling sounds that forces people to focus on him, making him unable to hide around places and be more under the eyes of people around. Then it clicked. Does it bring in a good mechanic to keep those hunger pangs in control for the crucial moments in the mission? Hungry. Also bringing in the theme of under pressure. Under pressure is also a key feeling required for stealth games. If a player is just hiding around without any chance of being caught and just biding time for the threats to leave, that makes the gameplay boring for me. This made me decide that the disguise that my character will get would be faulty as well. As Poirot doesn't have a professional training, the disguises stay equipped for a certain time in one go and then adjusted, re-equipped again, forcing players to adjust time when to get into situations of facing threats and to get out of them quickly. So with two key mechanics decided, all I needed was a third key mechanic to start on the prototype. My big brain said, it's a stealth game, so let Puerco hide in the shadows, you doofus. So there it was. Puerco the hungry spy. It can hide in shadows. It can wear faulty disguises. And it has to manage hunger pangs to avoid the attracting threat. Like if hiding in shadows and make hunger sounds, threats will start paying attention to check what's there. Then I decided on the levels to be built for the prototype. Thinking on the story of Puerco who wants to be a spy, a segment for making of spy came to mind, where it completes the mission to start working on spy missions. So it was time to work on the game world a bit. Puerco wanted to be a trained professional spy, but its chronic hunger disqualified the admission process to Spy Agency Training Center. The best spy agency in this world run by pigs is the White Mustache Spy Agency, where all in-field professional spies gets a white mustache ID tag that they wear to get access to the agency resources. So Puerco finds out where the White Mustache Gear workshop is and decides to steal a freshly made ID tag for itself. Since White Mustache ID is a disguise gear as well, Puerco can wear it, but in the fault mode. Bam! There's the first level. Then once it gets to the White Mustache ID, it decides to use it to get entry to one of the mission branch offices and grab an available mission for itself to begin its journey to be the GOAT, as in greatest of agent tradecraft. Bam bam! There goes the second level. So I gathered the basics, opened Godot, GIMP, Pixelorama, Audacity, and alike to build my prototype to be submitted for the game jam within the deadline and get some feedback on it if it's playable. I had never built an isometric game, so I said to myself, this might turn out bad. So I opted to build an isometric 2D game, since I needed a reason to tell myself when my game performs bad at the jam later. Here's a quick gameplay for the basic stuff I put together. So the game starts with Puerco near the workshop where he used to steal the white tribe mustache. The hunger pangs start, so it needs to get some food before it enters there and gets noticed. So it gets an apple by shaking the tree, collects it, and then makes a round about the place. So the NPC inside kind of loses track of it and goes back on its route. So it sees the NPCs back on the route, so it sneaks in and rushes into the shadow. Now the attention is back on Puerco, so it eats the apple. The NPC is back on the route. There's only a little time before the hunger pang starts again. So as soon as the NPC comes out, Puerco will rush in, steal the mustache, and now has equipped it, but in faulty mode. So back in the shadow, and then sneaks out. As you see, the timer on the mustache goes from white mustache to black as soon as the timer runs out, and gets re-equipped automatically for now. Now, on to the second stage to get a spy mission for yourself. There's a spy mission board here inside, and now we have two NPCs in this stage, one making the rounds inside and one making the rounds inside and outside. So it takes a roundabout way, looking for food. There's none on this tree, just this little bird still looking for food. The two apple trees here, so shakes one, grabs it, shakes another, grabs the apple there. Then it's waiting outside as the focus of NPC inside is on it. And this time, let's say it doesn't make a roundabout way and tries to go ahead. Bam! Came over. Because the NPC that came outside got a look at it. I'll need to do a better visual at that, because currently it's not known why it came over. So restart level. Again a roundabout to get the apples before entering. So shaking the tree, getting the apples. Right now the apples doesn't even shake when the tree shakes. It's really bad at that. I need to add all this. So okay. It is in mustache mode when it enters, and then hides in the shadow. He ate an apple to get rid of the hunger pangs. As soon as the mustache mode come back, the other guard is back. So okay, this is the UI I have now for getting the mission, but as soon as it comes out, game over. On the each page that's in the description, the game is available for download for Windows, Linux and Linux ARM devices. Also a web plays there. Then I discovered on the GameJam Discord that I didn't need it to have a pig in my game. Though I read the jam details fast and focused on key points, but my big brain had already decided an OINK jam would obviously be centered on an OINK character. So I missed the clear guideline on the page where it said, this jam edition didn't need your game to have a pig. Anyways, I like the character now and the word build around it. So when I start building upon it further, I'll keep the game as it is. I'm thinking of turning into a 3D game though. With isometric perspective, in my head there'll be much more time saved than Y sorting mess of the 2.5D. Please let me know in comments if that is something you think would be good or bad for this kind of game. I might not follow your advice at the end, but I'll surely consider it. If you stuck around until now on this game Devlog, I appreciate listening to my ramblings, and just know that I plan to build upon this idea further in a steady fashion, trying to keep my attention span in check, so might want to check back. Bye bye.